Where are
Welcome.
we at? I don't even know. I'm a commissioner and I've dropped the ball.
It's
So
all
I want to
right.
apologize.
We're all here. It's the
Yeah.
holidays. We're festive, as Dan can attest in the
Yeah.
background there. Yeah, look at that. So welcome to the Josh and Cole and Daniel Hole. Um, I am one of your hosts, Cole Tix, and we got Josh, we got Dan. We're here. It's playoff time. We recorded 3 episodes this entire season. We got Sweet Girl. She's making herself known.
Now all we have to do is just like stay on top and go through the playoffs, evens and ends. We got to preview the leagues, right? Is that
Okay.
Sweet Girl Bellamy from the Hollows?
Oh yeah. You dancing with pizza.
We're back. We're back better than ever, baby. Well, we've had some life changes, right? Cole, you started a new job. I started a new job.
The league is fracturing.
It's not fracturing. You
It's-
know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna roll call next year and take applications. We got to replace some players, okay?
Okay.
Got to replace some players. Dan,
I-
did you roll Sarah Pavula at lunch for starting a man? I mean, she might as well have started Marshawn Lynch. I'm surprised he's still on the roster.
I think she quit a couple of weeks ago.
She was in the playoffs. Playoffs?
Some want it more. Some want it more. I don't know. I enjoy money.
You know what I thought was phenomenal about this year? I think legitimately like 7, 8-ish teams, like the last couple of weeks, it was up and down. It was I won 3 games in a row or something.
Well,
Yeah,
we talked about this. The fact it's a 6-man playoff. It's literally
it's a 12 team. Is it 12 team?
it's anyone's ball game.
Yeah.
I seriously thought
I can
Kush was
attest.
gonna sneak in. Cole, you were watching your matchup. You played Kevin.
Yeah.
I thought Kevin was gonna sneak in and then kind of wreck some havoc, but he was like, when the game started, he was doing good, and then he kind of faded a little bit.
Yeah. Well, my team was just enough to squeak by. I've been struggling lately. I don't know. I'm going against this guy.
Daniel, were you watching your
Dan Hesse.
matchup last week at all, or taking it easy?
I was taking it easy.
Your players did pretty well, Dan. I don't know if you looked.
My opponent took a crap, didn't show up, so I really just coasted through last week.
Yeah, with the first round bye,
That's right. That's right.
when you go against no one, that tends you can probably take a week off, and just kind of
I
regroup.
got close to the high score. I think Josh, you may have edged me by a point or two.
My team looked pretty good. I don't think ultimately it mattered, like who I was playing, because I did score some points, but I was pretty nervous in the beginning. If not for Amari Cooper, I would have been like, I don't know. I still would have I think I would have won, but, well, obviously, what did Sarah put up, like 80, 90 points or something?
Did she break 100? She might have broken 100, did she?
79 and a
Oh
half.
my God, no!
I thought she broke 100. I just knew, like, I didn't get to watch football at all. The only game I watched was the Bears on Sunday night. So, hallelujah, they flexed them. It was a terrible game. By that, I mean, like, the defense just
It
bailed.
was a defensive game.
Yeah, the defense
Yeah, it
bailed.
was
What do you got
It
there,
was-
Dan?
game. They really showed up.
Looks like DiGiorno, I think.
Is that
No,
delivery or DiGiorno?
Domino's. It's this new place that came in town.
Yeah.
I actually like Domino's. The Bears game was like, the defense was on the field. They make a stop. The Rams would punt. Mitchell would do his thing for like 1 down, and
He
they'd punt it
struggled.
right back.
He struggled.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
a little nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. It's shades of 2006, baby. We got a dominant defense. We're looking good.
Would you rather have Rexy at the helm or
We talked about this on our
Did we?
second podcast, I
Did
think.
we really?
I want Mitchell because Mitchell runs. Mitchell extends. Mitchell is like
Boy, we're going places with Mitchell right now.
He doesn't.
I'm
He's
just gonna
only
I'm
had
just gonna pan back to this
year and a
mess
half
for a second.
starts, but he's got some skill players. All they have to do is just give it to Tariq Cohen. That's all they have to do. Make it happen, and go to Trey Burton for the love of God.
He
Yeah,
kind
go to Trey Burton.
he's kind of fallen off the map here a little bit.
He has.
That's all they have to do, man. Run the ball. Get Howard involved. Let's
How
just set it up.
So how excited can we? Okay, we like Mitch for the most part. We'd rather have um, the guy in Kansas City, but we're okay with Mitch.
Mitch throws some dumb fucking interceptions.
Can you explain to me your potential excitement for this week, where they can both clinch the division and eliminate Green Bay from the mathematical playoff contention?
Yeah.
Last time I felt this excited was when my sister got married, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It was New Year's Eve down in Louisville. The Packers were playing the Bears in the NFC Championship game.
Oh boy.
That was when White safety.
When the Packers won the Hallis Trophy at Soldier Field.
Yeah, I think that's accurate, Dan.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
What was his name? The safety.
Chris Conti.
That's right.
Randall Cobb. Where did Randall go? Oh, he's behind me.
Just blows it completely. I was watching on the big screen. I was like,
He was just in front of me a second ago. Now he's behind me. How'd that happen?
Wait, who's the guy behind? No, I'm the last guy.
Boy, that guy's fast.
I hated it because I've talked about this on the show. We were down in Louisville, but there were Packers fans there in the bar. It was awful, Dan. It was like a bunch of Dan Hessies
Sounds like a great time.
in a bar in Louisville.
Dan, what'd you get on your pizza tonight?
Pepperoni.
I think he's moved down to some kind of cheesy stick.
Just straight pepperoni?
Black olive.
Oh, okay. We got some veggies on there. Gotta get your vitamins.
Yes.
All right, Josh. Where would you like to take this?
Podcast 2,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. My colleague 2 days ago said that Christmas was the best candy season, and I vehemently disagreed.
I kind of disagree with that as well.
The only thing that Christmas season brings us is chocolates, which reminds me, shameless plug, our show today is brought to you by the Reese's Pieces tree.
So are those the actual size or the minis? I can't tell by
These
how you're
are the-
holding it.
I mean, it seems
Got big hands. I think those are right.
this is a mini.
That's definitely a mini. Meredith bought some of the minis too, and let me tell you, they didn't survive very long in this household.
They're like little arrowheads. I put down like 23 of these last night.
It's because it's the perfect peanut butter to chocolate ratio. I mean, that's what we're working with here.
But that's all Christmas is chocolate.
Well, and mint. I mean, peppermint on everything,
cane.
right? What's that, Dan? Gingerbread?
There's candy canes. That's what Christmas is all about.
Candy
I
canes,
do
gingerbread.
enjoy a good candy cane, though. I do enjoy a good candy cane.
Yeah. A good spiced cookie, perhaps.
No, fuck that. Candy cane and like the gumdrops are even spiced. Everything's spiced. Why do we have to spice everything?
Well, it's cold outside. You got to warm your body with some spice.
That actually makes a lot
Probably
of sense.
because the cinnamon and clove and nutmeg lasts through the whole winter.
Okay. We're
You don't
going.
need fresh.
That's the only thing.
Oh,
left.
man. Dan, we're going back to the frontier days.
Yeah. This is in the winter.
That's the only. Holy shit!
You hear the doogie?
All right.
Huggle
So
scared me.
officially, my dog is the only one to not interfere with the podcast to this
We all
point.
got
What are you trying to say about Sweet Girl?
I'm not saying anything.
She pees on my
My
leg
dog
and
is on a
on my
walk right
spear.
now with my wife, so she it's impossible for her
Oh,
to
excellent.
turn
Take
her
the
up.
dog out. Yeah. Christy's at a school concert right now.
Yeah.
And Olivia's right behind the computer eating pizza.
I wouldn't dare say anything about Sweet Girl.
That's why we podcast. Did you hear? She was
All
All right.
right, we're back.
So
I
the
don't know how
Packers
much of
are
that I lost, but we
Packers
bobbled
aren't
for a
playing.
second. They
Do you guys want to get
Joshua
together and eat nachos?
still have
It's
a
the first
chance.
No, they rising from the dead and then beating us in the NFC
Would there
Championship
be
game.
anything better in this world than that happening? I'm not sure.
No,
I'm not
no.
sure there'd be anything better. It's not gonna happen. I can
I'd
say
be
that
coming
with
Atlanta.
about 99.9% certainty.
I'd become an Atlanta Falcons fan. That's where I would go from there.
But it would be for me the ultimate experience.
It's going to be an interesting playoffs, man. The Bears defense is great, but I mean, like, they say defense wins championships.
They do
I
say
dis
that.
I disagree. In today's NFL, you got to be able to score. I mean, like that's what it essentially becomes.
I think for like teams like the Rams, though, we can clearly see. I mean, it's not only. I mean, they have a great offense, right? But playing in the cold in Chicago, they were at a huge disadvantage. Like Goff clearly wasn't able to adapt to the conditions. So
That's true.
for them, if they can hold on the home field, I agree with that. But otherwise, depending on where you're playing, it makes a huge difference. Hi, Dan.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
All right. I really, really, really want to hear Dan Hesse's Mount Rushmore Christmas toys growing up. So, can we just go right into that?
Sure.
All right.
Dan, you're not going to say wax lips again or something, are you?
Are you talking about Halloween candy?
So can we clarify before we go into this? If
Sure.
Dan says a toy that would be on my list, am I not allowed to say that toy? Or is
That's correct. Now you can say, Dan stole it, but the order is basically like you have to pivot.
okay? Okay.
Do you really think you and Dan Hesse are going to have the same toys after his Halloween candy massacre?
That's a great point.
Do you think anything's going to light up
That's a
with
great
the
point.
kid who liked black licorice?
Dan, if I hear Lincoln Logs, you're off.
Oh
You're
man.
off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So who's going first? Dan?
Yes.
All right. Well, I would say I was of the
You son of a bitch!
ultimate Christmas
All
present.
right, I shouldn't have let him go first. That was.
I was maybe 10 years old when that came out.
And what did you get? Did you get Wave Race and Mario?
I played Banjo Kazooie and Diddy Kong Racing. Those are my primary ones.
Those
I loved
those are not
Diddy
launch
Kong.
titles, by the way. So
They weren't?
No.
Yeah, that's because I got it probably 6 months after it came out.
Those bad launch titles, right? You got fucking Mario and Wave Race, and the first time you power that shit up, it's me, Mario. You're like, what? I'll tell you what. I played hours in the pyramid level. I would get a green shell, and I would just Tony Hawk all up, and whatever many stars. Cole,
yeah,
it's just me doing tricks off the pyramid.
I believe you.
Then GoldenEye came out. I was like, crazy. Cole,
Yes.
what?
All right.
What?
Taking
What's
the
on-
trailhead.
What's on
You
my
gotta go.
list?
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with. See, I feel like you got to build up.
Right. Dan shot a shot.
That was my number one. That was
Oh,
my number one.
So I've got to save my personal ones for later.
What about moon shoes? You guys remember those little springy shoes?
Yeah,
Those are fun.
I do.
I'm gonna go with those.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm gonna go with moon.
I've never used those before, but I know exactly what you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
go with moon shoes.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Lock it
Yep.
down.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go right into it. Mine's a sentimental tale.
Oh
It's
god.
a tale.
Oh no.
It's a tale of It's a Tale of Two Christmases.
Okay.
So I had asked for the Nerf
Mm-hmm.
bow and arrow. Okay. It was basically like you pulled the plunger back and it shot an arrow off. Okay. I asked for the Nerf bow and arrow, basically, they called it. Okay. Instead, I got a VHS of Kevin Costner and Robin Hood. And I was like in the first or second grade. And I was like, what the hell is this? I went as Robin Hood for Halloween. I was pretty let down. But the very next year, I got the bow and arrow. But what the
So it's a
VHS,
redemption story.
yeah, what the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves gave us was some choice soundtrack options. Basically, little Brian Adams.
Okay.
You not hear that?
I mean, it's very faint. I'm gonna be honest, but I can hear it.
I can hear loud and clear.
Yeah. Oh, Brian
Well, now
Adams.
this can't go on YouTube. Thanks, Josh.
Son of a bitch, he ruined it. Hey,
Okay.
Kate, tell him you don't own it.
It's a redemption.
Anyways, yeah, redemption.
Redemption.
Got the Nerf bow and arrow the very next year. All right, Hesse, you're up.
Okay. I'd say one of another good Christmas present. Really, it's one of those ones you have to put together, so you can't play with it immediately.
Okay.
So it kind of gets built up.
Right.
I got a telescope for Christmas.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
You just pointed to the stars and had yourself a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't
That was
catch,
one of the better
I
ones.
didn't catch Dan's selection. What did he say?
he said, no, go ahead, Dan.
A telescope.
I pegged you for a telescope. Do you know that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great present. Excellent.
Do you still have the telescope?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Doesn't work very well,
Yeah.
but I moved up in telescopes after that.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So I'll go the video game route and switch it up to my Game Boy Color in atomic purple. That was like the clear purple case. I love that
Yep.
thing.
Clear purple. I thought that was amethyst.
Sure.
I remember it. Go Cole.
It's that too. Or atomic
Video
purple,
games?
whatever you want to call it.
Video games. I'll keep the theme going. This is like Daniel was like N64 at 8. Shit. I was like 12 or 13 when the N64 came out, you know? That's crazy. For me, one year, I have two older brothers. We already had the Super Nintendo, and
Mm-hmm.
all of us got like 6 game titles. It was like the golden era of Super Nintendo. So we got like Super Punch Out,
Okay.
like probably like Donkey Kong 2, Diddy's Conquest, you know, bunch other titles like the whatever football game was out, NHL 98 or you know, whatever. Like
Okay.
we got each of us got like 6 of them, you know?
Okay.
And the way that it like rolled in my house was like my two older brothers, come on up, Puggy. Nope, doesn't want. My two older brothers like played and I'd watch them, you know, and then like I got to like eventually play it like when they'd have downtime or like, you know, I mean, it was hard to ration out game time, but that Christmas, man, it was awesome. I can't, and you know what? All those game titles. Hey, Marge. All those game titles are probably at like some ex-lover's house right now. It's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is every story sad? Why is it
Always what I would give to have like my N64 back.
Yeah, man.
Holy
I still
mackerel.
got my Super Nintendo hooked up here at the
I
household.
know. I played it. I played it once. NHL 95. That is probably my favorite game of all time.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
It was the year after like the most revered NHL '94, where you can make people's brains bleed and fight. It's immortalized in swingers. All right, Dan. Third round.
Third round. We
Mhm.
gotta put four heads on this mountain.
Yeah.
All right. This is, I guess,
Is it a
more
tragic story?
general item
Oh, okay.
that I got many times. The Legos.
Ah, fucker. Yeah.
That was probably the thing I always look forward to. You get home and build it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Legos. Cole, did you have Legos on
Yeah,
your list?
we had Legos and Connects. I think
I was
we
gonna
were more of a Connects household.
see. I loved Legos, but for me, I actually had Connects like on my list. Love Connects.
Connects was pretty solid. Yeah, for sure. Um, what would be next? So not really. I guess not really a toy. I mean, it's not a toy. I'm just
Oh
gonna say
shit.
it's not a toy, but something. And this is kind of a funny story, sort of, kind of. So my mom had in her eyes, like the perfect plan to surprise my brother, my dad, myself with. So this was the year they were redoing Soldier Field, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling stadium seats. And she thought, we like sports. That's going to be a lovely surprise for my family. So I'm going to drive my truck, my husband's truck.
Is this what you have in your backyard?
It is.
All
It
right.
is. It's
I
still.
sat in these seats.
Huh?
I sat in these seats.
You did. But she drove to downtown Chicago, to Soldier Field. There is literally a sea of seats for her to choose from. It's like, never ending. She actually she said she dominoed one and she hit one and a bunch fell over. I would have loved to I would have loved to have seen that too, because that would have been a nightmare, and I would have loved to have been a part of every minute of that.
We got it.
But the best part, so she like prints out, she didn't tell us, obviously it was a surprise, so she like printed something out on a little picture or whatever, put together in a box, and like she thought this was the coolest thing ever. So we go outside all excited. We're like, oh, this is pretty neat to have some sort of cool sports memorabilia. And open the door, and it's the visitor side yellow instead of the home side blue and or orange. So her rationale for the yellow was it goes better with our lawn furniture.
Well, you're a
And
Packers fan.
I'm a Packers fan, that's true, but I thought it was still kind of cool to get, a piece of Soldier Field. It's obviously a historical field, but she went for the visitor side yellow, and they
Yeah.
sat in the corner of my backyard for a long time until I did rescue them. I brought them to the household. I kind of, I've matured over the years, and I've accepted the visitor side yellow, and made a little stand for him so Dan Hussey could have a seat in my backyard. And by stand, I mean I just bolted 3 2x4s and called it a day.
Are we getting to the point where we can go shoot shotguns again, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And bring your shotguns.
Okay.
Um. So it's the yellow Soldier Field chairs.
It's a memory.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mom rationale. That's how my mom would do it too. She would pick the yellow ones for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Dan took away Connects, so I have to pivot.
I believe you said Legos, but I think you are safe with Connects.
Well, all right. Well, I got a toss up.
Okay.
I got a hamster when I was in first grade,
Oh,
Christmas morning.
Christmas hamster.
Oh, yeah, Christmas hamster. Woke up to this thing in a cage, loved him, and decided to name him Comet
Okay.
uh, after one of the reindeers. It's a Christmas miracle. I'll name him Comet. And I'll tell you what, hamsters only last like 130 days or whatever.
Is
To
that
get
what they told you?
No, but this is fact. I mean,
I'm joking.
hamsters
I'm
live
joking.
less than a year. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But
I
I
don't
had
know if that's true though.
Dan, it is. I had a full like amusement park,
Dan, can you fact check this, please?
tubes, and I also had a gladiator ball for them. Remember American Gladiators?
Yes.
Clear crystal
Yeah.
ball.
Okay, Google.
Yeah.
We'd let them roll around in the kitchen, and one time the
Average
basement door.
lifespan of a hamster.
What's the average life?
Hamster and Chinese hamster.
Chinese.
What? Yeah, that wasn't the right answer.
Shit.
Okay. Well, I trust you. Okay.
Anyways, he was in his gladiator ball, and the basement door was open, and he went down the steps. And
Oh no.
yeah, Comet was okay. But let me tell you something. Hamsters, they don't live more than like, I'm telling you, Dan. Let's call it no more than a
All
year.
right, I'm panning over here. What do we got?
What does it say? 3 years, my dick. The problem is that it lived 17 months in the pet store, Dan.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, we were getting Puggle Bones one day at the PetSmart, and one of the hamsters was reduced price. And there you go.
Yeah.
Comet was
It
reduced
literally
price.
could die before you leave the store,
Nope.
but it's at a reduced price.
Okay, well, enough about Comet. Slash, I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kid.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And the ultimate piece was like the brains, like orb, right? Cole
The Krang. Yeah.
Crane was his name. They had his lair. But what I'm getting at is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Two different things.
Okay.
The van.
The van
Remember
with
the
the
van?
pizza shooter.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And then the blimp.
Okay.
And the blimp.
I never had the blimp. Never had the blimp. I had the van.
Yeah, the blimp was basically like a mobile. You blew it up, and then I had that thing hanging above my bed. It's pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure Michelangelo's like hanging off the tail. I don't know. It was a choice unit, but that's where I'm at. Back to Dan. Bring it home. Anchor time.
all right. Was the rat? Was he the Miyagi or was he like the evil guy?
The rat was Splinter. He was Miyagi. He was Splinter. Let's do it for Splinter.
What was the bad guy's name?
That was Shredder.
Shredder and Splinter are pretty close.
I mean, yeah, but they're not at all.
Well,
Dan.
they are because I mean I said brain, and Cole, you were quick to be like the
Krang.
crane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Bebop and Rocksteady. I can't wait to have two bulldogs named that. It's gonna be awesome.
so Dan, what's your last pick here? I feel like this probably.
For my fourth and final.
Yeah. No. Let's bring her home.
All right. We're still on Christmas presents, right?
Probably. I think so.
Okay.
Let's go with yes.
Okay, I've got it.
Dan's
Not very timely or anything, but I specifically remember getting a Star Wars AT-AT Assault Walker.
It's a great toy.
It was the greatest toy of all time.
It's a great toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Did you have to put it together or just come out of the box?
I mean, like you had to put the legs on it.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of dudes had a couple of sweet catchphrases. What were they? You know, when he said "shoot the thing," and it was "Pew, pew."
Yep.
And they shot the shield generator on the Hoth.
Huff.
Yep.
All right. Cole remembers it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They lost. The rebels lost. All hope was lost. Except
They
Luke,
ended up turning it around though at the
yeah,
end.
no, Luke went to Dagobah and Yoda was there, and then they had a great time.
Uh, yeah, Cole. Shoot.
So I think a craze that we probably, I don't know about Dan, I don't know, he's a little baby, but maybe for you, Josh. I mean, they're clearly still around, but the first generation Power Rangers were something of a phenomenon here
Okay.
in the
All right.
States. So
Okay.
I had all of the Rangers to form the Megazord, and you actually formulated them together to build the Megazord, and
Oh my G.
it all came together one glorious Christmas morning. So that would be my last pick.
I'll allow it. Mine is very simple, and it's shaped me the rest of my life. Very sentimental. It was my drum set.
Yeah.
But here's how it went down.
Is this a sad story?
It's not even a sad story. It's just like I got pieces of it along the way. So at my parents' house, we always did like Christmas Eve and then Santa. So by this point, I was like fifth grade. Um, I stopped believing in Santa like second or third, kind of. But anyways, like I ended up getting like my snare drum and like a crash cymbal. And then I went over to my grandparents' house and we did my grandma's and grandpa's house like every Christmas Eve. I ended up getting like the bass drum to it. And then like Christmas morning, I got the whole shebang. So it's kind of like staggered, kind of like static. It wasn't as cool as like opening it all up, but I don't know. Drum set was cool as shit. There's video of me out there.
Is it? So let me ask this: was it one set that was split amongst the family that they just decided to wrap separately, or were these actual separate pieces that they formed together, kind of like the Megazord, to make a drum set?
It was the Megazord drum set. No, I don't know. I think it was pretty much just my grandparents and my parents.
Okay.
The funniest thing is they bought it from the place where I was taking
Lessons?
lessons from, because I started out on a year of like a snare drum and doing rudiments and different fills and all that. And then like in a year's time, my drum teacher was putting together a drum set and he was kind of like, yeah, do you know what you're getting for like, ponytailed rocker guy? Like, do you know what you're getting for Christmas at all? Or like, and I was like, no, Mac, I don't know. And he was setting up my goddamn drum set. It was phenomenal.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I think you brought that one back home, Josh. Well done. I feel like that.
You always come back.
You still feeling confident about the moon boots, Cole?
I still love my moon boots, my moon shoes. So I would appreciate if you would respect that.
Okay.
Now, can I tell you a Christmas present story that ended in absolute heartbreak?
Do we gotta go back there?
Yeah, it'll only take about 11 minutes.
Okay.
Only about 11 minutes.
Okay.
So I was dating a
Get
girl
comfortable,
right
Dan.
out of high school. We were dating for a few years, and I kept dropping it that I was like, oh, Guitar Center runs these special deals on drum sets. Like you can get one for a few $100s. Like I really want a new drum set,
Yeah. What year was this?
Oh, let's call it like 2003.
Okay.
What year did Napoleon Dynamite come out in? Dan, ask Google.
Okay, Google. What year was Napoleon Dynamite released?
Napoleon Dynamite came out in the United States of America on June 11th, 2004.
It's 2004. I'm dating this girl. Keep dropping that I want a drum set for Christmas. We'd been dating a few years, like right out of high school, okay? Basically, I kept planting that seed in her head. It comes to Christmas time, and she kept telling me that I was crazy. Like, a drum set's out of the question. What else could you do? I was like, Black Friday deal. I want an Xbox. Okay? Let's call it 150
You were
bucks.
shooting
or
high
so.
with this girl.
Well, we'd been dating a few years.
You were shooting high. Dan?
What did you get her?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, we were at the point where we spent a couple $100 on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
So I bought her a.
Does Christy know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm busting your
Yeah,
balls.
don't tell her.
Go with the story.
She will
Go with
know.
the story.
Olivia, don't tell her. I swear. All right. So, anyways, I got her like some nice lingerie, a couple other things, whatever, jewelry, clothes. I don't fucking
Where are we
remember.
going with this Christmas, Dan?
I'm telling you where we're going. The point of the matter is like, okay, drum sets out of the question. I want an Xbox. Okay, so Christmas Day comes. We have our presents lined up. She has a box that is about the height and width and length of an Xbox, and then there is a bunch of DVD sized boxes that are wrapped up. Okay. So me, I'm thinking like this is an Xbox and a couple games, right? I'm all excited. I give her her presents, necklace, lingerie, whatever shit, blah blah. You know what I did? I also gave her tickets to the Nutcracker. We went and saw the Nutcracker.
It sounds
I'm
like a
like,
magical Christmas for her.
yeah, it was. It was great. So then comes my time. I open up the fucking Xbox shaped
You keep
box.
saying Xbox shaped, which makes me think
I
that
open
this
it
maybe
up.
wasn't an Xbox.
Goddamn scrap box, okay? Scrapbook. I start flipping through the pages. It's this well put together scrapbook, but I get to one page and there's all these clippings of like drum sets, okay? So I found this like Guitar Center ad a few weeks prior and I was like, "Oh my god, she's getting me a drum set," you know? No, wrong. It's a page of clipped out drum sets. All right. And I was like, oh man, there's like some like hidden page where it's like, congratulations, we had to get you an Xbox, but it was out of stock or something. No, nothing. I go, okay, let's open up the DVD sized packages.
Just gonna change over here for a second to see Dan's face here. Okay, go on with the story.
I start opening up these boxes, and they're all movies that I've seen and movies that I own on DVD.
Was V for Vendetta in there? I feel
It
like that
was,
would.
and about Schmidt
Yeah.
and
Seems.
Napoleon Dynamite. I'm like, these are my movies. I left them over at your parents' house. Okay, so
I'd just like to put this on the record that V for Vendetta didn't come out till the following year.
yeah,
Oof.
2012, whatever, we don't know. Anyways, about Schmidt was in there, but the whole thing is that I'm thinking I'm getting a drum set, then an Xbox, and then all of a sudden, it turns out a couple months later, the reason I got such a shitty Christmas present, the girl cheated on me. We broke up like later that next year. So there you go.
Dude, this spiraled into something, dude.
No, it works out. Have you ever gotten presents back to you? It's awful.
That sounds horrible.
No, that's a life lesson. If you get re-gifted, time to call it off. Dan, has Olivia ever given you a copy of V Vendetta?
No, we don't own that one.
I'm pretty sure you can stream that at this point. You know, it's widely available.
Well, that's where I'm at.
Okay, I'm sorry. It all worked out. We're back.
Yeah, April 13th.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you got any other segments? Are we going to talk matchups at all?
Sure. Yep.
Are we strictly doing consolation matchup talk?
What?
Just on the consolation bracket, right?
What are you getting at here, Dan? There's 4 teams still alive.
Oh, so you'd prefer to talk about those teams?
I mean, yeah, I think so. The other 8 we can, can write those off at this point. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're winning.
Cole, it's you and Hesse. And you keep saying that you don't belong here.
Yeah, I don't think so. But, things happen any given Sunday. Packers still not mathematically eliminated. We can do this, Aaron. Me and you. All the way.
I think unless you guys are going to be in Wisconsin or something, I think we should plan on watching the game together on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go get nachos and watch it.
Where are we thinking?
wherever. Cole, I know it's a haul for you.
Doesn't matter.
It's got to be a spot we can watch it.
Let's do it.
All right, maybe we'll invite Tony.
We can go to hamburger store.
The hamburger place, Hamburger Molly's order.
Yeah,
How are you liking your new digs?
that's okay.
Yeah.
I like it. More shit to do here than in Wheaton.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do they have a
burn weed.
Walgreens though?
What?
Huh?
Do they have a Walgreens?
A Walgreens? Yeah, we got a Walgreens.
Well, that's
and
good.
Target.
Oh hell yeah.
Do you fill out your RXs there?
Cole, I haven't visited a physician in like 8 years.
Me too, buddy. What's up? High five. We're gonna die young.
Both of you?
Yeah.
I think honestly, the last time I went to the doctor was to get a physical for Boy Scout camp.
I could have.
Oh my god, dude! You guys just go.
I could
Don't you
have. I could have so many kinds of cancer. So many.
All right. Well, at least you picked me up from my terrible story about getting my own shit back and realizing that
So
you
many.
know.
So many types of cancer. It's literally everywhere.
tongue, gallbladder. You're gonna,
You
yeah.
name it. We got it.
I mean that, dude. That's the world we live in. Do you know that I like purposefully like try to leave my phone outside of the bedroom? You know, that's how we're all getting cancer. We're falling asleep with our phones
It's
on
right
us,
next
you know?
to my head. It's like,
I disagree there, Josh.
it's like
Uh-oh.
laying on my face.
The radio microwaves that your phone emits don't have the energy to ionize your DNA.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of lighting you got going here, Dan, but you're kind of hulking out, so you might want to watch that theory, buddy.
Yeah, you're telling me that, and you haven't been to the doctor in 8 years.
Yeah, I know. I just
He's a scientist. He doesn't have to go. He's a scientist, clearly.
All right, I'll allow it.
What about your matchup? How are you feeling against Tony? Oh no, that's a deep sigh right there.
I mean, honestly, I'm just happy that I like advanced.
Yeah.
You know, Tony's been strong all year.
Yes, he has.
I know we text each other and we're like, whoever plays Tony's gonna lose. I feel like I got a good chance though. I mean, I got Patrick Mahomes, you know, MVP of the league, leading
You
it,
do.
and I don't know if Leonard Fournette would just show up. I feel like I'd have a B squad. That's my problem though. I keep getting sucked into trying to start Fournette, and I keep getting dicked. I can't win.
well, it just depends on how Rodgers is going to do against the Bears D as well.
Yeah.
I pull some points.
I mean, I feel like that's a trap game. Like Rodgers would just beat us to stick it to us.
Yeah.
I don't know. The
be fun to-
Packers aren't good this year, but I don't know how you could ever call a Rodgers game a trap game. I'm sorry, can't do it.
That's a good point. Well, you know what I mean. Like
I know what
mean,
you mean, but he's
Sonny-
done it. He's done it so many times.
Yeah, either they're gonna beat our brains in. It's gonna be like facing the
I don't think they're
Patriots.
gonna beat. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat your brains in. I think it's gonna be a close game though.
Man, I feel like the Bears are just gonna get to the playoffs.
Is Chris Connie coming?
Oh, I don't know.
He was on the Bucks still, I think.
Phew.
Or no, is he on? He's on a team. He was at least. So yeah, last year I got third. Trying to shoot higher this year, so we need to beat this guy. Look at him. Yep. You can see him.
Well, this league is cursed. You know, the top seeds they bow out. So I'm fully expecting Dan. Love you, pal. Fully expecting to see Cole in the finals. I don't know. I believe in Tony's team. I
Tony
know
was the top seed.
Yeah. But you got Juju and you got Tyreek Hill. Your team in this league mirrors my team in like my main money league, except
How did you get this many good players in your main money league?
it's an auction.
Okay.
Totally different.
Is Roethlisberger playing this week? He got hurt, right?
He's hurt. I don't know. Connor's banged up. He's out too. That's why I feel like I have a fighting chance against. All I know is like Patrick Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey leading the way. That's all I got to lean on. Cole, I wish I had Eric Ebron.
That's easily the best waiver pickup for me of the year. Like not even close. Not
Yeah,
even close.
he's been huge. I have the I hate stacking it, but I have Greg Olson went down, so I picked up the Panthers tight end. You
Okay.
know, he's okay. Um, I mean, on paper, like McCaffrey, Fournette, Cohen should just be like it should be a sledgehammer. But then Tony's got Chubb, he's got Gurley, he's got a bunch of juggernauts. I'm scared.
Who are the Rams playing this week? It's no one good, right? I think it's
Playing the
like
Eagles,
okay.
so expected
Is it
run.
in Philly or is it in LA?
I believe it's in Philly, but don't quote me.
All right. Yeah.
Should be a soft matchup for Gurley. That's all they had to do against the Bears is just keep going to Gurley no matter what. Give him 3 touches and out, you know? I mean, like, that's the frustrating thing about the Rams. I have Cooks and Woods on a few different teams, and it's like, which one do you start, you know? Woods overall, I think, has been a little more.
Yeah. I have Woods. He hasn't had anything spectacular, but he's, at least consistent.
Woods is Doug Baldwin of like 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right.
Well, how do you feel? Let's get our predictions.
Oh God. We got
And Cole, who do you think's gonna win?
we got 3/4 of the league left.
I kind of want
on
to
this
call
call.
Tony. Right after we got dark, I'll be like, "Hey, Dan,
Dan,
you got the squad. Cole's got a fighting chance."
I'm pretty sure Dan, he let's be honest, he hasn't lacked confidence this entire season. Is that a true statement, Dan?
It's probably the best season of fantasy football I've ever had.
So with that, I am definitely gonna win. All right, moving on.
Dude, he's absolutely dirty though. Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Juju like
Yeah,
that,
it's a pretty good team.
Zeke.
So my only
Zeke.
and Zeke.
And
Holy
Zeke.
shit!
so my only hope,
Holy
right,
fuck.
is
All right,
my
Cole,
only
good
hope
luck.
is Roethlisberger doesn't play. Devontae Adams, I'm hoping it's an Aaron Jones game, which
Oof.
wouldn't bode well for you, Josh. I'm sorry to say, but that's pretty much the only. And Tyreek Hill, I mean, you're not gonna
So why don't you want Roethlisberger to play?
Juju.
Juju.
Yeah, that makes sense. As my quarterback or something.
Yeah, but Tony's got Connor and somebody else I think that's gonna be out. I don't know, man.
I feel like Devontae is good for one touchdown like every game though. He's like he
Yeah, the most touchdowns in the league.
yeah.
he's done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I got the league MVP. Fuck. I keep mixing up my leagues. I got McCaffrey and Philip Lindsay in one other league, and it's just like been like it's been unstoppable. But McCaffrey, my wide receivers are shit, but Amari Cooper is totally just like okay, he's going.
He's going. They gotta obviously just keep up the pace, right? I mean, who are they
All
playing
I
this
know-
week?
All I know if it's Hesse versus Klein in the no offense, Cole.
No,
If
it's
it's
fine.
Hesse
No,
versus
it's okay.
Klein in the championships, oh man, that's enough to make it. That's enough to make you go woo.
It's pretty compelling stuff. I'd be okay if it was not, though. I'd be totally fine with that too.
All right, well let's plan on meeting up for nachos Sunday, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, we'll figure it out. Go Bo Jackson.
All right. Good luck, Hesse.
Thanks.
And